Day 3. It's a bit musty. I think both Leslie and I are feeling a little less jet lagged and a little more awake this morning. The house is musty. And I think the humidity has been really high. Got a little bit of mist coming in today. When the rain starts, it's always good to check all your rain systems. And so I'm gonna walk around and take a look at the gutters and see what we got. I came around this morning and saw this. You can tell from all that dark green that we're catching a leak right around there. And so that probably means that this is all clogged up. Let's see, yeah, it's full. You can feel it, you knock on it, it's solid. So later on today, I'll get in there and try to see if I can get some of the water out. Now, Mr. Bubs really does love running around, although he is not a human. He doesn't always think ahead. So for example, there's a little bit of rain right now. If you come into a cold Chateau wet, that's gonna be a long time that he's wet. So I'm gonna try to get him in if I can. Life is a strategy game. All right, walking back in the Chateau, there's been some good news and bad news. Now, there's always things that you notice when you come back, when the house has been empty or you've been gone. And one of the good things this time is you'll notice, listen, the floors are feeling really nice and strong. We noticed that we had a really, I'll be quiet so you can listen. That's not very squeaky. Considering now surely this one will be squeaky. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, it's been it was extremely dry earlier in the summer. And so we were noticing as we were walking around that the ground, the floor was squeaking all over the place. Of course, there are thousands and thousands of pieces of wood in this house. And as you may or may not know, when wood gets dry, it shrinks a little bit. And so, you know, the gaps between these boards were wider. But now, of course, with the rain, the humidity is high. The good news is that the floorboards have all sort of swelled together and they're doing a really nice job of not squeaking. So that's good news. The bad news is we have found some moisture and it does smell a bit musty. So, you know, you take the wins, you take the losses. Let's come into the old living room. Ah, yes, our beautiful living room. Again, the floor pretty good in here. By the way, that's the new couch if you haven't seen it before. This room is becoming more pleasant and more pleasant all the time. Students now have a variety of places to sit. You've got the little back corner there for somebody to read. People have a little discussion, sitting under the big, beautiful light. And then, of course, our game table over here where someone could play chess or something. Lots of fun. You take the W's, you take the L's. Yesterday, I was talking a little bit about how it's a mental game. And when you're coming off the jet lag, if you've ever done jet lag, or if you've ever come up against just like a really big job, like you got a ton of work, maybe, again, I deal with students all the time, and the students have big papers and stuff, and you want to procrastinate and you're scared to get to it. Sometimes because you're feeling lazy, or maybe another time because you just don't know exactly how to start. And so, at least for me, I find that I really have to try to win the mental battle first. And I mean, buying this Chateau, the biggest thing is the mental battle. I mean, you're constantly learning. There's stuff, every time you come back, there's gonna be problems. There's new leaks, there's structural problems, there's other issues, and it's just a huge, huge job. And it is so tempting just to give up. And people do, by the way. Some people, you know, they buy these things and they keep them for 10 years and they're like, oh, I can't do this. And so then they sell them and then somebody else gets to pursue their dream, which is cool, you know, go get your dream. But it's all about winning the mental game. Now, when we first came here a couple of years ago, when we first bought the Chateau, it was crazy. I don't know if you've seen our videos from the first season, but we didn't think we'd get here because COVID had shut everything down. And so we jumped in a car and we found out that we could legally get into France from Canada since we're Canadians, when the US was still, you know, shuttered. So we got into a car, we drove to Canada, they let us into Canada. You know, we got to the airport, we jumped on a plane, we got to the airport 4 hours early, and we were trying to see if they would let us, get on the plane, and we had a bunch of confused airport employees. Finally, they let us on. It looked like we weren't going to get on. Then we flew to Montreal, and then the same thing. They weren't going to let us on. They let us on. We got into the country. We just were amazed. That's season 1, episode 5 is where we start, where we first got into the country. And so then, of course, we rent a car and we drive 3 hours. By this point, we've been up, 20, 25, 30 hours, long time. Super tired. And we go to the notaire. We get the keys. We get in. The doors are open. It's incredible. And then, we're ready to crash, but of course you've got no power or water, and we didn't even know if anything was going to work. Very fortunately for us, our previous owner had been camping on the property to help us out. And so he came in and he wanted to explain everything to us, but of course we don't speak French very well. So it was desperately slow and complicated because we're using technical terms. And he probably stayed with us for 2 or 3 hours, and we're just like, we've been up 30 hours, we can't do this. And I remember at the end of that day going to bed and just completely exhausted. In fact, I don't know if you saw this. This was a little 2-minute FaceTime live I did. I want to show it to you here. Just check. This was the very first day we got to the Chateau. Well, hey everybody. It's about bedtime here in France. About bedtime. We have been up for 31 hours. And it's time to go to sleep. And I found a new bench sitting spot. Sunset over here. Man, this place is something. It was a crazy day. It was like literally crazy. Like, we did not think we were gonna get to France. We thought, so even when we were in Montreal getting on the plane at the last minute, they were giving out papers and the things you had to sign, and we're like, man, I don't know if we can sign that. And we didn't want to have to lie, and we didn't, by the way. Very exciting. But right when we were loading, I'm thinking maybe we should just turn around and go back to Vancouver. But no, we got on the plane, and sure enough, got through everything, drove 3 hours, got the keys. I mean, trying to figure this place out. We were so lucky that the owner came out to meet us today. He showed me how to do the boiler. So complicated. And the electrical, insanely complicated. And even the water, like it's going to be an incredible learning curve, and really quite a challenge. Walking through this house, I'm like, we need like 50 people, or we need like 20 people to be living here, because this is just way too cool for just Bess and me. Like, give you a picture of the scope. Like, I told you that the Grifferaie rose was discovered here. Here's some of them. But like, okay, so this is eye level. You're right up in front of my eyes. And it goes way up there. We're coming around this way. This is like the basement. So I'm standing on the ground, the basement goes down, you can't see. And it's still over my head. There's at least 7 animals living in the basement. At least 4 birds. And this hedge, I don't know if you ever... Oh, there's somebody. There's some birds. I don't know if you look at the pictures and you see the hedge in the front of the house and you're thinking, well, there it is. Well, there's the hedge at my head level. It's at least twice as tall as me. And then way the heck up there. So it's just... man, it's a big place, and it is going to be a whack load of work. And the cool thing is, it's beautiful. And Leslie hasn't even worked her magic. Like, once she starts doing stuff, oh, it's going to be super cool. But she's got some things to work with. Like, you got the boys' wing on this side, and here's the stairs. So, like, the stairs even, they're like, whoop. Stairs probably could use a good cleaning. Then you got the girls' wing over here. And the girls' wing and the boys' wing could talk to each other. That's kind of fun. Oh, the keys are so cool. Leslie and I are going to do a cool movie tomorrow. Again, we've been out for 31 hours, so we're a little on the tired side today. But so yeah, the lesson we've learned over a couple of years is you've got to win the mental battle. And when you're feeling the jet lag, it just steals the joy and it steals the energy, and you're so tired and you want to give up. And so it was really good this time. We had the hard travel on day 1. And then day 2, I was actually feeling guilty. I was thinking, man, we're not going to get very much done on day 2 because we're just trying to recover. Leslie and I are both a little sick. You can hear me gasping for air. But I just I think maybe we had that RSV thing, but it's mostly over now. And we're desperately tired. And honestly, I just finished editing the video for yesterday, day 2, and I was actually quite pleased that we actually did get a few things done, but I just felt lazy. And I was feeling guilty, and I'm like, And then, of course, today here in France, we're shooting these a day or 2 ahead of you guys. At least for now, we'll probably catch up as we go here. It's Sunday, and so we're trying real hard to take days off on Sunday and only work 6 days. There's a couple things we'll do today. just because they got to be done. But for the most part, we're just going to try to lay low on Sunday. And so we're kind of starting off with a couple slow days, and I was feeling really guilty. But on the other hand, you've got to win the mental game, and this is part of winning the mental game. And so, you know, we're gonna have a good day today. We'll get a few things done, but mostly we'll just get our sleeping patterns. You know, we'll get rested. We're trying not to get sick. The temperature is actually really good. I'm in my house coat out here. It's not actually bad outside. It's maybe 10 Celsius, 12 Celsius today, I think, and not much different inside the house. Maybe 13, 15 Celsius in most of the house. So it's been going good. We're gonna try to have a good restful day today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna hit the London bathroom, and that's gonna be good. Oh, here we go. You know, you got to win the mental battle.
Hi guys, it's day 3, and we're here in Beaugé, in our village that's close to us, our city. And behind me is the Chateau de Beaugé. It's where King Rene used to live back in the day. And today we are here at one of our favorite restaurants. It's called Les Délices du Chateau. And we're pretty excited to be back. We've missed it a lot. And get ready for some good French food pictures.
Yeah, this really is our favorite place. It's good French food. It's a really good deal during the weekday. This is the weekend, so it'll be a little more, but still very good. Some great choices. This is a classic French meal where you have, you can get the entree, the plat, and the dessert. I think I'm gonna have the creme brulee. Yeah, there you go, different prices. Different prices for different options. Now, I think I'm gonna try the gouline. Leslie may do the Trien Maison. Oh, she's gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do the escargot then. And then I think I'm gonna do the beef and fries, and Leslie might do the pork. The fish is probably good too, though. What are you gonna do for dessert? Okay, the entree is here. This is the escargot, and then of course bread. And then that's la gouline. Is that right?
Yeah, the little kind of like a pot pie.
Yeah, it looks terrific. Lots of fun, lots of fun. Love the 3-course meal. And by the way, the location's cool too. That's the main street down Beaugé, and then again the castle we were talking about. Really nice. Okay, this is by far the best escargot I've ever had. Well, that's edible.
Edible.
It's not really a shell here. It's like a pastry. Tastes like $1 million. Okay, Leslie's gonna try one.
Cute.
Best escargot I've ever had. Not good? Really good. You have a little sauce there. I don't know what it is. It's sweet. Here we go. Okay, so this is mushrooms and meat.
And French cheese.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, the pork looks great.
It does. Oftentimes, with French in these little meals, they have slow roasted meat. It's usually very good.
Very fantastic. And I believe I have salmon.
You do?
I believe that's what I have in the pasta. Yum.
Pour madame.
Merci.
Yeah.
Donc il n'y a pas plus d'alcool. C'est une crème brûlée avec du Cointreau.
Oui.
Ok.
Oui.
Pour le flambage, il n'y a pas d'alcool en plus. C'est un gel de betterave sucrière. Sugar beet.
Oui.
Ah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Alors,
Looks fantastic.
terminé.
So I let mine burn off, creme brulee.
Le chocolat.
And then Leslie, yours looks fantastic too. What is it?
It's called a financier. It's like a little cake kind of idea that they have kind of like pound cake.
Yeah.
And then this is an almond ice cream. And this I'm not sure yet. We'll find out.
Isn't that wonderful? France is so wonderful with food.
Like a little fluffy cream.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I've had this before. This is fantastic. The creme brulee.
With beet sugar.
Viva La France.
She said.
Yeah, beet sugar. That's cool. Those little berries are cool too.
They are.
They often have those.
Has a great little crust. Super warm and soft on the inside. Crunchy little almonds and ice cream. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Dinner in France is never second best. Look at that. Yum. Yeah, so that is our favorite place. I went up to our nice lady there and said, "Vous êtes un restaurant préféré?" Our favorite restaurant, and also that they make us happy to be back in France. You know, when our friend offered this idea of having us do the meals out, or part of me I felt guilty. You know, usually we're pretty careful with money, and we don't want to And we want to be careful with money, but my first thought when he said it was, this is a genius idea, because it's going to be a great video. I think people are going to enjoy it. And it's going to be a ton of fun, but I did feel a little bit guilty. Having said that, oh man, that was such a good meal. And honestly, you know, staying motivated to work, I think, at least me, I think both of us came into this a little bit sick this time. And so, I mean, your spirits are always up, Leslie, but mine were a little, you know, I felt a little guilty coming, leaving the kids, I don't know, and it was going to be cold. And so I was a little kind of bummed coming up to this, but the food helps, you know. You know, it's not a cure for everything, but
There's a reason why they say the food is great in France.
Oh,
because the food is great in France.
Wow, the joie de vivre.
You know,
Joy of life.
We think we have everything in North America, and we do have a lot in North America. But there's something about the way they do food here that is just different than we do at home, and it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they put, it's an artistry. Anyways, you should all come to France, and you should all eat at Le Délice du Chateau. Well, finished the day off. The day of rest, we went to church. It was good. Went into Angers. We've been going to a little church, Église Évangélique, and really nice folks. Got to know the pastors a little bit, and good bunch. They don't have a building right now, so we've been going from different building to building, and so it was fun to go to a new one today. It's important to go to church for us because, of course, we're Christians and we want to learn. But also the idea of church is you got to support each other and people being there for each other. And so we want to figure out how we can help the local folks here in France and be an asset to them. And also it's good for us to know folks too. So it was good day of rest. We'll hit the work hard tomorrow. Thanks for coming with us.